Hello everyone and welcome to the first Gran Turismo time trial of 2024. We're in a legend here, the Catrol Toyota Supra GT500 at Trail Mountain, which you can see right there. We're on racing hard tires. Goal difficulty I've put as easy. I feel like this is going to be a good one, an easy one to get because we use Group 3 often, we use Trail Mountain often, so you should be used to this combo. A goal time estimate of around the 154. That may drop a tiny bit more, but just keep that in mind that you do need to get under that 154 margin. Now, if you do enjoy these time trial guides, as always, do give them a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content, of course. We don't just do these, we do all sorts on this channel as we go sideways there. Let's go into the lap then. Let me explain how to do this lap as quick as can and as safely as possible as well, as that is critical. Heading towards turn 1, on the left-hand side, you have those two yellow gazebos, okay? Now, the second one is a really good marker. You stay in 5th gear as you approach turn 1, and all I want you to do is dab the brakes and turn in. Remember, you can abuse a lot of the inside curb here at Trail Mountain. So that's what we're going to try and do here then. We're going to dab the brake, go into here. Notice we abuse a lot. We turn in early for this right-hander here, and then we lift off and turn in. And only when we hit the curb do we then accelerate through the corner. Very critical that you turn in early on the crest of the hill, because otherwise you're going to understeer and the nose will flick up. Now, heading in towards this tunnel, on the right side, you've got that yellow barrier that goes into Armco. That is your brake marker for this left-hander. And what I want you to do is notice the gear trick that I use in here. Okay, so I'm dropping down to 3rd gear as I turn in, and then I'm going to short shift to 4th gear. I want you to use that in a lot of corners. Now, it's not necessarily the quickest way, but it's very much the safest way to drive this car. Hey, towards this right-hander then, we're using the first rock on the left-hand side. We're braking just before we get to that here in the Castrol Toyota Supra GT500 car. Okay, so nice dab of the brakes, or hard on the brakes, should I say, as we turn in now. As you turn in, begin to accelerate. Be careful of oversteer. Very easy to get power oversteer in this car as we continue on through. Now, on the left-hand side, you've got that curve that follows round, okay? As you get towards the end of that, so just before the end, as you can see I'm doing here, I've just got on the brakes right now. I want you to brake and start turning towards the next corner. It's very easy to understeer on this corner, okay? But you want to stay at most in the middle of the track on exit. So I'm going to short shift to 4th, using that same trick again. Get over towards the right-hand side. Now, on the entrance of the tunnel, you can either just use the tunnel itself, of course, or you've got that white electrical box. You've got the yellow sign or the warning sign there. They're all there for you. Very good markers indeed. Essentially, what I want you to do is brake, drop to 3rd gear, and as you turn in, you're waiting to just get on the inside, 4th gear, and accelerate really, really early, because the 4th gear doesn't get as much power oversteer. What you're going to get there is a lot of acceleration, and then you just get the power band when you need it most as you go onto the straight. So keep that in mind here as we head now towards the next corner. Nice and easy here. I did try different gear shifting places. It doesn't really matter in this car. There's so much turbo there. It doesn't matter where you really shift, okay, as long as you're very much towards the top end of the power, or the revs, should I say. Head towards this left-hander then, a very cambered corner this. So first of all, the yellow sign on the right-hand side, very obvious as you're racing. That is what I use as a brake marker all the time here in Group 3, of course. And that is my marker here. And I'm going to make sure I get on this inside as much as possible. But what I am also going to look out for is that massive rock there. Okay, that's an accelerating marker. But again, you can use the 4th gear trick here, okay? So upshift to 4th gear and start accelerating out the corner. Yes, it's a tiny bit slower, but oh my word, is it so much better to do in terms of grip on exit. You're not going to get frustrated with the power oversteer. Notice, look how easy it is to accelerate out of there. Nice and easy as we head up here now. And we're going to go hard on the brakes right here. Now, I never noticed that cone, but I noticed it in the replay, that cone right there, okay? Alternatively, I use the tree trunk. I try and get as close as I can. You notice I'm braking here earlier. So the tree trunk is the last of the late breakers. I brake before that. The cone is in the perfect place, to be honest. So do keep an eye out for that. Drop to 3rd gear, okay? Now, just keep it nice and steady on exit. You can do the 4th gear trick here again. Didn't work as much for me, so that's why I didn't use it there. But 4th gear trick works throughout this lap. So if you're in 3rd gear, upshift to 4th if you are struggling with that oversteer. Heading towards this left-hander, you got the 2 rocks on the left-hand side. The second rock, the last one on the left-hand side, that is your marker for this left-hander. Again, same situation. Use all the curb on the inside if you can. As you clip it, start accelerating. If you struggle with oversteer, hit 4th gear and just accelerate that way, okay? Remember, you're just trying to get gold here. You're not trying to get the world rank 1 time. And that's exactly what I'm not trying to do here either, because I would abuse gears dropping to 2nd and doing all that funky stuff. Right, this chicane then. You've got the Texaco signs there that go into a blank barricade, bollard, whatever you want to call it there. That is your marker, okay? It's the second to last one as well, if you want to just count the blank bollards. And as we go into here, I dropped to 1st gear. That's the gear abuse you can do here. We go up to 2nd, and then we're going to short shift to 3rd, clip the curb on the inside, and try and accelerate as quick as possible on exit. Again, if you're struggling with power oversteer, just go to 4th gear and accelerate out. At the end of the day, you're trying to get the goal time. And as I said earlier, not the rank 1 time. Right, we're going to go into a fast lap now. Again, just fast, no stopping here. The gazebos, this is the last gazebo on the left-hand side is your marker. We turn in, we're using all the curb on the inside. Turn in early for that right-hander. Critical you do that. It gives you a nice line for this left-hander, and you can accelerate through there nice and easy. As the yellow barrier ends there, hard on the brakes. Drop to 3rd gear. Try and get towards the inside. Short shift to 4th gear, and just accelerate out the corner, not worrying about that power oversteer. The first rock on the left-hand side, hard on the brakes, and turn in. You will suffer a bit of understeer on this corner as well. Then some oversteer on exit. Be careful there. As we go around, end of the curb there on the left-hand side. Make sure you stay in the middle of the circuit here. Remember that. It's critical to get over towards the right side. Hard on the brakes, or dab of the brakes, sorry. 3rd gear, then 4th gear. Accelerate as early as possible. Long acceleration period. You have to accelerate as early as possible to maintain that speed. It is critical you do that on that corner, okay? It's one of the biggest corners to get right. So that's why I always say stay in the middle of the road. You can attack that other corner as hard as you want, but in the middle of the road, you get over to the right side, gives you a nice line to accelerate early. Right, the other sign here is what we're looking for this next corner then. Hard on the brakes here. 3rd gear, the big rock then. Short shift to 4th, accelerate through it. No worries with power oversteer because we're using the 4th gear trick here as we accelerate up the mountain then. And we're going to brake before the tree trunk there. The cone there to help you as well. 3rd gear as we go into here. Again, 4th gear if you want to. I don't use it this time because I straighten up quite nicely here as I go down here. The last rock on the left-hand side. Hard on the brakes, turn in. Trying to abuse the curb on the inside if you can. A bit more than I do there as we accelerate out of the corner. Now, remember, we're looking for the blank barricades. Okay, the second to last one, the one just after the text go here. Hard on the brakes as we drop to 1st gear. You don't have to drop to 1st gear. You can stay in 2nd if you want to. As we accelerate through here, short shift to 3rd gear. Clip the inside, accelerate out. If you're suffering power oversteer, just go to 4th gear. Keep it nice and easy for yourself as we head towards that line then. That is going to be a lap here at Trial Mountain in the Castrol Supra GT500 car. And what a car that is as well. What a legend that is as well. Look at it go through the tunnel here at Trial Mountain. Now, that is going to be it for this video. If there's anything you want to see changing on this video, improvements, anything like that, do let me know in the comments. I have seen something about 3rd eye camera. I am going to investigate that in going forward. But I'll say, if you did like it, do give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. And, of course, last week's time trial is there for you. If you are struggling on that, of course, it is there. So try it out, of course. Right, then I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for the support, as always, and be prepared for a live stream this week later on. It's coming, folks! We're back! See you soon.